And we're back. Let that be a lesson in preparation in making YouTube videos. Change your batteries before you record, and you get screwed by a gargoyle. It doesn't really apply to many real-life certain circumstances, but you get the gist of it. We're gonna go back up the elevator. We're gonna go back to the roof, and we're gonna show that gargoyle who he's messing with. This time we're actually gonna remember to apply the gold pine resin. I kind of freaked out there. Giant gargoyle with an axe just sort of ran at me, yet I had no batteries on my controller. I mean, you know, again, everyday issues. Oh, nope. And that's the parry stance I was talking about. You hit him like that, it'll just ping off your sword and stab you in the dick. I really don't want to find out what happens if I try. I really don't want to find out. Basically that, just the other way around. Pillage body. Oh, I got excited there. I thought we were getting our side sword. Oh no, we can't get a side sword off those guys because those guys have... Oh no, I've screwed myself. Those guys have rapiers, is where that thought was going before the hollows showed up. Ah, we're fine. We're fine. There's only like 18 million of those guys down there. Fine, because we can run really fast and we don't have to deal with our problems. Okay, back through the fog gate. Don't get messed up by I swear it was the battery. God, I swear it's the battery's fault. Okay, we took a stupid hit. Oh god, we took another stupid hit. If we die again, like, for shame. No. Drink the flask. Pick up the health. And then murder this. Yeah! Doesn't like it. He does not like it. Oh, second mechanic of this boss fight is actually 2 gargoyles. You know, spoilers. One of them breathes fire. So yeah, keep an eye out for that. This one. Maybe both. Okay, one's down. We're good. Boss fight's basically trivial now. I say that, I'm probably still gonna die like 5 times. Or not, because we're bosses. And once more, for good measure. And there is our first Bell Guardian dead. You can see the bell tower is kind of a giveaway of where you're meant to go. You get our twin humanities. We get our 20k souls, I think. 10k. Ugh, I'm thinking New Game Plus numbers. We go up the ascent. The victory. It's actually just a ladder that's kind of rusted. And at the top here we find our first bell. What these bells do is they'll unlock that thing for us, because we really want to go in that thing. That's Sense Fortress. Sense Funhouse, more colloquially. But we're gonna find out all about that in due time. Right now we got a cutscene. Let's enjoy it, because this game actually has very few cutscenes, which is actually one of its strong suits. See the panoramic view, and there's Sense Fortress just hanging out in the background. That place is a nightmare, especially for PvP. You go in there as a human, you gotta die a lot to just people who push you off bridges. Dark Wraiths, basically. I swear I haven't done that, although I totally have. Actually, I feel kind of bad about this, but I made a level 11 character just to invade people who are trying to progress. I feel bad, but I have no shame in admitting it. We're gonna drop a point in vitality, just so that we don't die as easily. And in the I guess in the point of making this run easier, later on this asshole over here kills our firekeeper and the bonfire shuts off, which is really not fun, and you have to track him down and kill him. But instead, first off we're gonna talk to him because he's your friend.
We're both undead. Perhaps we can help one another.
The laugh again. I think he gives us a reward.
What business do you have?
He doesn't, actually. Because he's just appeared here. There's actually an area in the church that you can go to and free him from his cell, and if you do that, he gives you a little reward. In either case, you can just sort of kick him twice, and then you never have to deal with his shit ever again in the course of the entire game. And if you quit the game, trust me, I know what I'm doing. I've played this for much longer than I care to admit. You load back in. These are all the characters I have. Load back in to what hack. And there's an item. No! He fucking killed her. Oh, he didn't! Oh, okay, we're good. We're good. I thought I saw something on the floor there. I guess I'm just going insane. We get 5 humanity and a ring, a favor and protection, or the FAP ring. The FAP ring does, it gives us HP, stamina, and equipment load, which means we can carry more items, or carry more loot. Not even loot. We can equip heavier equipment, essentially, and not have to do our fat roll, which I can demonstrate in a second. But it breaks when you remove it, so once you equip this thing, it's not coming off. And yeah, you can see we got a little boost in health, a little boost in stamina. And we have a little arrow indicating that our endurance is gone. Well, not our endurance, but our equipment load. If we view status, you can see the equipment load right there under HP and stamina in the middle section. We have 12.1 out of 64.8, and the way your equipment load works is if you're below 25% of it, you get a roll like this, which is known as the light roll. Now, if I have any heavy gear, I don't. If you have, if your equipment load is between 25 and 50%, you get a slightly slower roll, and if it's above 50%, you just sort of throw yourself on the floor and like do this tiny roll because your armor's way too heavy. Next up on the chopping block is one of the most notoriously difficult parts of this run, which is getting our Great Scythe. Now, the Great Scythe is an amazing weapon for dex runs. It's got a huge range. Its attack set is really fun to use, and it can hit a lot of enemies. However, getting it requires us to be extremely cheesy and is insanely difficult. And it's basically just running. Like, you actually kill very few things when you're on your way to get this weapon. We actually get a little sneak peek of an upcoming area as well. I just realized we don't actually have a homeward bone, so we might secrets break a little bit. Coming down here, we find the catacombs, if I'm not mistaken. And this is an area that we have to go to later in the game once the story's progressed further. And we've been given certain abilities, certain items. We work our way down this corridor past all these corpses, some of which come back to life, some of which don't. Come down here, we find Necromancer. If we kill this guy, the skeletons actually stop coming back to life, which is really useful, because if you kill them now, they'll just sort of pop right back up. But if we kill him, they don't do that. They stay dead. You have to trust me on that, actually, because I can't murder one of them and have it come back to life now that he's dead. We'll just kind of stick our sword through this thing's ribs, I guess. Hopefully we don't miss. The thing I was always wondering about is, like, these things must be so difficult to hit if you're just poking them with a thin sword like this. But I guess it works out. You can tell if an enemy's, permadead if you actually get souls for the kill. We've lit our bonfire. Once we rested that bonfire will respawn there. It's a feature of bonfires I actually forgot to mention, is when you rest at them, that basically becomes your next spawn point. And I'm getting my ass handed to me. The bleed meter's filling up, so if I take too many hits, I'm seriously gonna regret it. Which I'm doing. I'm not parrying these guys, and I don't know why. I'll murder one of them, then I'll parry the other one. Aye, aye, aye. Shit. Oh, this is bad. These guys can also backstab you, by the way. The enemies in this game can backstab you just that you can backstab them. And I think these guys can parry as well. I think that's what that guy was trying to do over there. He went into his parry stance. Yep, that's the parry stance. If I try hitting him, he'll just sort of ping off my sword and kick my ass. So we'll just... Oh, God. Take care of this guy. I'm kind of horrified right now. I'll pull off a parry just for you guys. Just for you guys. Or maybe I won't. No, I'll do it. I have determination. Got him! Got him! Man, our guy must have the best aim with the sword, just to stab a skeleton in the spine. If we go back to where we came, we'll see that our path is blocked by this massive wall. Which, if we go down here, You can push this switch in, and that'll pull it right down. And that's a theme of this catacombs area. It's how you progress. You lock and unlock areas based off of how you use those. Same with these massive spiky bridges, actually, that flip and turn around. And they're bundles of fun. But what we're gonna do now, if there's any children in the room, you might want to avert their eyes because they're about to see a raisin wearing a thong. Is we're gonna take off all our clothes. We have our glorious ginger head, and we're just gonna run because we can't really fight anything here. However, if we're fast enough, we can dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge all of their attacks. If we do that, we can just run straight to the Great Scythe. I've died so many times trying to do this that, like, it's ridiculously difficult, but it's so worth it because, oh, the weapon's good. This is one of the more difficult parts because these statues actually sometimes shoot spikes out. Because if Dark Souls wasn't hard enough, they had to add environmental traps. If we push this in, we'll actually flip that bridge over there in the background. I think you can see it. Now we have to get back past all the skeletons we just reanimated. This part is a nightmare because sometimes these things block your way like that and they move really unreliably. This part is difficult. This part is just downright difficult. No! Okay. No, I think we're good. Victory! Victory! Oh no, we died. Damn it. Alright, as promised, I'm gonna cut out the trip back, but I can leave in the painstaking death. That's probably gonna occur. If I think of anything witty or funny to say along the way, which I highly doubt is gonna happen. We all know what's going on here. Just cut out everything that's happening until we get back to where we were. So I will see you guys in a second. Alright, and we're back to where it all went wrong. I don't really have much time for introductions, so I think we're just gonna run and hope! Oh, we did it. Oh, we made it. Okay. 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 Guys, okay, we did it. We're here. Oh, Christ, where did I go now? If these guys are following me, I'm actually beyond boned. We go out here on this tiny little outcropping, these broken stairs, and drop down here, drop down here, and we have our Great Scythe! And yeah, that's that. Actually, that's one of the more powerful weapons in the game. That's one we actually have access to right now. That's B scaling with dexterity, E scaling with strength, which means don't use this thing with strength. You can see down there in the auxiliary effects, in the S stock, you have 0 bleed, 0 poison. This thing has 300 bleed, so if we can actually stack the bleed damage on something, we're actually going to get the extra damage off of there, which makes this weapon undeniably better than the S stock. It has less physical damage reduction, so boo-hoo. We're actually not powerful enough to use this with one hand yet, so we're just going to have to two-hand it and hope that works out for us. Now, one thing I really haven't put thought into is how we're going to get out of the catacombs. But what I'm thinking we do is we kill the area boss. Because the area boss, the catacombs, crazy little guy named Pinwheel, who has really low health. And he's really easy to kill if you know what to do. It could all go wrong for us. It could all... Oh, I think I'm in the wrong room. Am I? No, I'm good. No, we're good. Okay, I'm actually lost right now. Guys, I'm scared. No. Oh, no. Skeletons. As you can see, this thing is just a monster. It's just... The attack's so much fun to use. It's the same animation over and over again. You're literally just sort of hacking away at them with this crazy-ass scythe. Once you get this thing upgraded as well, it becomes an absolute monster, even in PvP. Because the, Oh no, there's the blood loss I was talking about. That's what happens when you get the blood damage stacked on you. You take stupid damage. I'm thinking we might be able to get a parry off. Because it's actually possible to parry two-handed. Well, not to parry two-handed. It's possible to riposte two-handed. It's possible to parry one-handed. So if we can parry this guy and then we can hit him. Hold on. Okay, never mind. All that fanfare was for nothing. But basically, if you're too weak to use a weapon like I am, you can parry with one hand, switch to two hands before they recover, and put the scythe through their chest, which is actually really crazy to watch. The necromancer in this area is still alive, so these guys will keep reviving. I think these guys fall under... Oh no. Oh no! I haven't thought this through! Guys, it's the bone wheel skeletons. These guys are nightmares. They're the worst enemies in the game. Because all they do is roll at you and just murder you to death. No! Okay, we're dead. Okay, that's one way to get out. We're just gonna ignore the area boss. We can come back here later when the the bone wheel skeletons aren't that much of a pain in the ass. 1,200 souls. It's not that much. We can live without it. We're pros at this game anyway, so we'll be just fine. We'll head back up the ladder, out the way we came. Head back to Firelink, and we're gonna go ring the second bell of awakening. And that bell as oh shit. Man, I got wombo comboed there. Oh no. This is really bad. This is real bad. Oh okay, this is seriously a problem now. Jump attack, or just heavy attack actually, that works. Backstab this foe. I don't even one-shot him. It's so disappointing. Okay. Now try to do the parry thing, if I'm not too much of a noob. Apparently I am! It's genuine fear. I don't know if you heard it. I hope you didn't. For Christ's sake, this guy is like... Okay. No, we messed it up. We riposted for 5 damage, guys. We're good. Nope, 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 nope. Okay, no, we're out of here. We are just completely... We're outie 500. Actually, we might die on the staircase. Nope. Okay, we're good. Okay. I think the death count right now is 3. Which is actually pretty bad. I mean... It's not that bad, but when you've played this game for as long as I've played it, 3 is not ideal. But on to brighter things. Funny because we're going up the stairs to the outside, and there's the light filter here. We're going down. We're gonna go down to Blighttown, but we're not gonna take the stupid tedious way to get to it, which involves killing 2 bosses just to gain entrance to Blighttown. Just to get poisoned for infinity, and just die again and again and again with shit on your face because Blighttown is just full of garbage. We're just gonna take a shortcut. Because we know the shortcuts. Because we played this game for way too long. And the shortcut, straight down to Blighttown. I'm not wearing... I've completely forgotten to re-equip my armor. I'm still raising in a G-string. I think that would have been a better name for this character. I think Woodhack is fine, though. We go back down to New Londo. Just like we did for the S-Talk, down the same elevator. These elevators kill, by the way. I can't tell you how many times it's been right down at the bottom of the shaft, and I just thought it'd be a fun idea to just run into the room and try and get on the elevator as fast as possible, and just fell to my death. Now, if you remember when we came down here first, we went left to get the S-Talk. If we go right, however... It's at this little tower. We use our Master Key, which we chose as our starting gift. We get the entrance to the Valley of the Drakes, and this place doesn't really have any significance. It's kind of, it's a connective area, if you will. It's the connective tissue of Dark Souls. It hooks up loads of different areas together, such as New Londo Ruins, Blighttown, and I think that's actually it. It actually, can't remember the name of the area. Something Basin. Look, guys, look. This game's crazy. We're just gonna run past the enemies because they're not gonna hit us. And welcome to Blighttown, also known as FPS Hell. If you see any frame drops, I apologize, but I can't be held responsible for all the lighting in the world. All the lighting in the world. I don't know what it is. I don't know what causes it. I think it might be the infinite water effects that are going on down there. It might be all the torches that are scattered all over the place. Basically, we don't want to spend a lot of time here. If you want to know the lore behind this area, the reason is... oh god, no. That's the toxic meter that fills up because we got hit by some asshole who just has toxic blow dart. Those guys are the worst because they snipe you no matter where they are. If you want to know the lore behind this area, why it's so messed up, why everything here is mutated, why the swamp is poisonous when you set foot in it, there is a character that we're going to meet later on who is a pyromancer. Now, pyromancy is something that exists in the Dark Souls universe as a very natural form of magic, is how it's described. And it's all to do with fire. However, this one pyromancer decided to pervert fire, and pervert pyromancy, and used to make toxic spells. And he was banished from his group of pyromancers, who I believe live in the Great Swamp, because he was starting to cause damage to everything that was around them, and not to mention he was destroying their heritage.